Now that I've driven it and the thermostat's been open, a little bit of air gets caught in the top of the radiator and you have to top it up after.
Yep.
Hi there guys, I'm Chris Boden. Welcome to today's Captain's Blog. It's Friday, January 24th, 15:22 hours. Hanging out with Doogie and Batman. Huh?
So thank God it's Friday.
Oh, we're having a great day. We made Hackaday again.
Yeah,
I'm so happy.
very interesting to read the comments.
Yeah.
For anyone reading the Hackaday stuff and you have a generally negative opinion, don't forget that it's not just Chris that's making all.
It's totally just me. It's all me. It's all me. I rule with an iron fist, and you will do what I say. You will never disagree with me, and you'll do exactly what I say all the time. God damn it! Ah! No, you never disagree. You gotta read the comments. They're funny as hell.
I disagree with you, Chris.
You're not allowed to disagree with me. I rule with an iron fist. You're a sycophant. You're all sycophants. For the record, I want a sycophant, especially one of the Asian ones. I don't like the African sycophants because their ears are really big, but an Asian one would be really cool, and I hear they're the easiest ones to train. Batman, can we have a sycophant?
Oh yeah.
Cool.
We got 3 if you're a good boy.
Yeah?
Only if you're a good boy,
Okay,
though.
I want an African, or I want an Asian one though, because the African sycophants have the really big ears.
You have to stop ruling
it's
with an
hot.
iron fist, though.
I rule with an iron fist! It's really funny as hell to read some of those because I'm like, God, do you guys never ever watch the blog? Do you see? Oh my God. What is this? What's...
Fuse block?
It says that, but it's really big.
Yeah.
It's also where the big relays are.
The body ECU, I think, sits in there as well.
Okay. This is the regular ECU?
Yes.
Okay. So what you doing, Doogie?
Well,
That's
Todd
right. Work that hose.
Had a radiator leak
No,
last
you gotta grab it firmly. You can't just poke the side there. You gotta work that. This is Todd's car?
night. Well,
Oh,
Kate's
that's
car.
hot. Work that. Work it. Shake that bear. You know, if you turn it on and let the thermostat open and let it cycle through the engine block, it'll probably burgle out the bubbles.
I did.
Yeah?
This is the
topping
post-burgle top-off.
Oh, okay. How much did it burgle? Like, how much did you lose? Like, you filled it up and then you ran it. How far down did it go?
Oh, maybe an eighth way.
Okay.
I've only had to add like a cup of coolant.
Okay.
You know those poops that just won't quite fall out? That's what it looks like.
That's... I came up with something, and you got to figure this out, okay? When you buy toilets, like at Home Depot or whatnot, they've got all the gallons per minute and ratings and stuff like that. What they don't have, and this is what needs to exist, there needs to be a classification in toilets for whether or not this is a toilet that makes ghost poops or show poops. Because, like, my toilet, I got a new toilet like a couple of years ago. It makes ghost poops, and I hate it. Because you like go there, you have a good little grinder, you get up, there's nothing there. There's nothing there, and you know you accomplished something. Because you've been sitting there for 20 minutes surfing Tumblr, so you know you had to have accomplished something in all that time. There's nothing there. It just
That must have been a really sinker.
It's gone. It's just gone. It makes me sad. There needs to be a design for toilets for like, because some people want that. Some people want like, and it's gone. They don't poop, you know. So, what? Wow, now you're working it. Look at that.
I'm going to leave now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's not my usual funnel for this, but it works. It seals.
But it's not going down a lot, so I don't think you're squeezing out a lot of air. I think it's mostly, there's a little bit of bubbles in there. Work it. Shake that bear. Oh man, you got floaties in there.
A couple of floaties is okay. That's why I use these. We need more of these, actually.
Yep.
They're,
paint funnels?
Yes.
Okay.
For automotive.
Those aren't
paint.
hard to get. Yeah. It's a bit, the PPG gives it away.
Because we had to put coolant back in this last night to see if the leak stopped. So it's fresh coolant, and you don't want to waste it. So you put it back in the catch pan, and then when you go to pour it back in here, you just put that in your funnel.
Okay.
And you can filter out the goobers that end up in there from road grime and whatever
Your
else.
technical term.
Yeah. Very technical.
It's very relaxing.
Digestive problems. The Alka-Seltzer, clear that up.
That's what you should do. You should put Alka-Seltzer in his radiator. That's totally what it needs.
That's how we can build system pressure.
Yeah. They make, or at least I know a guy who possibly made one his damn self. They make radiator caps with a Schrader valve on them, a tire valve, and you just put the radiator cap in, and you can pump it up with an air tank and check it.
That'd be cool.
It might have been something the dude made himself, because he's cool like that. But I gotta imagine somebody's done it. I know they make such a thing for plumbing systems. It's a little cap that you put in the end of a pipe. It's a type of test plug.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Probably make something like that. I
I'll be
make
back.
those for boost couplings.
Oh, it's from New Jersey. Chris Boden.
Simple like Home Depot.
Yeah, I might want that door for something. I don't know. We'll check it out. What you doing, Batman?
Clean it up.
Pushing a broom.
Pushing a broom.
Because you've been put down by the impressive dictator ruler with the iron fist.
is weighing down on me.
I have a jump box from Mike. For
Yeah.
the van. So we can get a battery. Bring a battery. It's shot.
How much is a van battery? Like $100?
It's yeah. It's like
$100 will get you a
$110.
battery that lasts you another 2-3 years or whatever.
All right.
Or we can do the $30 junkyard thing.
Let's get a real battery and solve it once. Yeah. All right. Hey, I got an idea. Recycle all those batteries and buy a good one.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll be able to get to the scrap.
Hot dog. All right, what? Dog. You want to do viewer mail? Come on, do viewer mail. Okay, I'll give you a cookie. I'll give you a cookie. You gotta remember, bite Matt Thomas. Bite. Hello guys, time for viewer mail. Hi there, Internet. How you doing, IRC? Okay, we have a light viewer mail today, but viewer mail yesterday had to happen really late. We shot 8 episodes, 7 of which we can use, of CNC videos. What the hell is that? Oh, it's for Rocco from Stephen LeMay. It's a little thing with a battery on it. I have no idea what this is. It's a tiny RTC version 1.1. I'm guessing that's a real-time clock.
It's a control unit for his penis enlarger.
That's kind of cool. All right, that is a thing for Rocco. Thank you, Mr. LeMay, sir. Now, this came in viewer mail yesterday from Matt Thomas and the awesome gang at boltdepot.com. This is really cool, and you guys got to see this. This is going to make you tingle.
This one actually has a camera, right?
This has, okay, this is what it is. You got the weaponized part. This is the phaser.
Right.
You take this, and there's like a hot shoe type thing, and you click it on there. Okay. And then you take this part. Never kink it.
Right.
It's very
Yeah.
susceptible to kinking. But you, I haven't done this yet, so. Put that on there.
Colonoscopy is now available at the Geek Group. Call now.
Screw this on. Now, it's probably not charged or anything,
No.
but flip that to on.
We got a red light.
You got a red light? I'll turn this on. See if you get an image. And we don't get shit. Okay, we got to charge it up. But it's a borescope.
Right.
It's a little camera with lights. It'd be really cool if there was a picture. But yeah, there's this one. Okay, so this is just handy as hell, and I can see Doogie using this quite a bit.
I've needed to chase a few things through a few walls.
Yeah, this is one of those things that, oh dear God, the uses. Now it comes with this one, and it comes with that one, which is long enough to give Batman a colonoscopy.
Right.
So yeah,
And it's even got all the European.
yeah, I don't know that we're ever going to use those damn things, but the rest of it is wicked useful. And this should go to, I don't know if this should be a tool room thing or an AV thing.
That should be a tool.
Yeah? What do you think? Tool room thing or AV thing?
It's so specialized, there's no point in AV keeping it locked away.
Okay. Then Batman, it's now your responsibility. Please see that it gets charged and such. But yeah, sort it out. Thank you, Matt. This is rockstar. This is hugely useful. What the hell?
I can only think of one video where AV would have used it. It was that tank,
This on the back.
that tank cleaning one where all that brownish goo came out.
Oh god, it would have been so cool for the air compressor video.
Yeah.
These are little clip-on, it's like a little mirror stuff. So yeah, they go on here. They're for this. But yeah, that's the thing. Figure it out. Read, follow, and understand the instructions, please.
Yeah, well.
Or I will crush you with my iron fisted ruler.
No, not the iron fist. No.
Any comments from the IRC? Oh my god, Batman! You know what that means?
What?
Give me a second, I gotta find it. Oh, I don't know where they are, they got moved.
What?
I have my for rectal use only stickers.
I think they're on the table on the end there, or they were.
They were, but now they're not. I gotta find my stickers.
It might be an autopsy. They're just little blue rectangles,
Yeah,
right?
it's a little white box with a couple tape rolls coming out of it. I don't know, we'll find them. But yes, this has to have a for rectal use only sticker, totally. Doogie, borescope.
Nice.
For serious borescope. Come check it out, look at this. Think that's something you might be able to use? Good straight, it records video because it's got an SD card. It's got a big long one, illuminated ends, everything.
Wow.
Yeah. This is available for your department to use in the tool room.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought that might make your day.
I can think
Tell
of
Matt you love
places
him.
to stick that.
Tell Matt you love him. Do it or I'll beat you with my iron fist!
Thank you, Matt. That's awesome. And it's going to get its use for sure.
Yeah, I had a feeling that might get a little bit of use around here.
Hey,
He's
just so
gonna use it
happens
for
to be-
walls and pipes.
Just so happens to be my Friday night.
There you go. Alright, you guys have fun. I'm Chris Boden, that's Andrew Harwood, and that is Mikey Brick. Because his parents fail at naming him.
Now they know his real name.
Yeah.
Now they can banish him to the netherworld.
I'm gonna get shit as
The weird thing is when I get pissed at you, I want to yell Douglas.
Douglas.
Doogie, his real name is Douglas.
Oh.
Yeah, so when I get pissed at you, I always want to be Douglas, and then I have, Mike! Fuck, we have like 3 mics. You bastard! And just, yeah.
We've evolved from Steve then.
You could just say Michael. My mom.
No, 'cause-
God damn it, Michael!
You gotta say it in that voice, dude.
You can always tell how mad my mom was by how many syllables. Alright guys, so it's 16:26 hours. Tell them who you are and what you do.
I'm Mike Kelly. I'm a researcher with Herman Miller, and right now I'm looking at maker, hacker, and innovation spaces. I live here in Grand Rapids, so I decided to come on down.
We're going to give him a tour, and in the process, give you guys an updated tour on what's going on in the lab, where we are in development, and all that jazz, but he's going to have a lot of questions in that, so I'm going to answer his questions, and you guys get to hear the answers, because why the hell not? So, yeah. This is Studio D. That is Stephen Belladini. This is Elizabeth Stack. She's the director of the department. He's the director of animation. She does mainly editing and a lot of yelling at me. And then these are minions. They serve no purpose other than mainly they're here for training to become eventually Unix. We tried running Windows, it just sucks, so we've gone strictly to Unix now. And they manage my giant harem of concubines. So yeah, this is pretty much the breeding ground for.
So is this room ever used for anything else?
No, this is all audio video editing. That's its thing. That's digital audio workstations back there, those 2 computers. These are all animation, those are all editing. This is editing, that's animation. We do all of our own, every bit of video content you see in Geek Group videos happens pretty much in this room. This is where all the movie magic happens. Cameras are kept in here. This is our high security camera storage facility. We shoot primarily on NX5s. We do have super nice camera for, important stuff. We also have, Rebels and this is our high dollar. This is your big money camera there. This is what we shoot time lapse on. And then we have pretty much every type of little adventure cam you can imagine. We've got GoPros and the JVCs in here somewhere, and the little Sonys and Contours and just all kinds of stuff. You use a lot of different microphones. We have some really nice wireless mics, but we can't use them in the studio because the floor builds up so much static electricity that the condenser mics won't out, which is kind of funny. We have a lot of GoPros. I hate them, but we got them donated, so we use them. It's not a good enough camera to buy, but if somebody's going to give you a dozen of them, you say thank you, and we use them. And they actually are handy for a couple of specific things, but most of what we do with these. This is 90% of what we shoot.
So, a regular member, what of this room would they have access to, and what of this equipment would they have access to, and how would they get that?
All of it. This all exists for use by members. However, it's not for use by members, it's for use for members. This is a very unusual room in this facility in that video production, if you want to make your own videos, go to JRTV. They're equipped for it, they have all the infrastructure for it, they're really good at it, and they've been doing it for longer than we have. And we've been around for 20 years. JRTV goes back to like the year dot. And Dirk Koning was an awesome guy, he was a legend in the community. I mean, the guy was a god to me. And he's been dead a few years, which really sucks, because Dirk Koning was me for JRTV. If you want to make a video about your project, if you want to make a geek group video that fits within our umbrella, that fits within our branding, that fits within what we do, if you want to build a trebuchet, and you want to make a video about your awesome trebuchet that you built, we're totally happy to help you do that. If you want to do a video about your Tesla coil, or if you want to do a video teaching people specific educational things, if you want to do a video teaching people about furniture designed for hackerspaces, you can do that. And we'll air it, and we'll edit it, and we'll do all the work, and you just got to show up and be smart. But if you want to make your own video series of your own stuff for your own YouTube channel about something that has nothing to do with the geek group and doesn't fit our umbrella in any way, then go to JRTV. They'll give you cameras, they'll give you training, they'll help you learn how to edit. Cool, knock yourself out. It's just two very different approaches. But if you want to come here and learn how to edit, if you want to learn how to animate, if you want to be an intern on the production staff and all that, we encourage that highly. She's always looking for people. If you want to learn how to shoot professional video, whether you're holding a little pocket camera or one of the big dogs, this is a great place to do that. And people come here and do GRTV at the same time. They come here to learn skills and go there to put those skills to use. So, yeah. But this room exists to make geek group videos. That's the point. That make sense?
Yes.
This is Studio C, which is production.
So this storage here, current usage or
Yeah.
archive?
Current stuff. Well, that one's empty. Oh. Okay. These are. It's all AV stuff. It's tripods and rigging and lots of gorilla pods. Oh god, we use the hell out of those. But they're full of cameras and cases and stuff. I need a lot more storage like that. I never have enough shelf. This is the ViewMail set. Are you familiar with how this works?
No.
We get a lot of things in ViewMail, like, oh, my chicken fell down, like rubber chickens. And people send in viewer mail. It goes into big red, well, it gets checked because we try to eliminate particular mail. We get people that send in a lot of inappropriate things that should never make air. We get people that send in hate mail, but overwhelming 99% of it is good stuff. And it just gets opened up and checked out, or it's from an address we know. It goes in here, and didn't get the day's Sharpie. And then we have the IRC here. We go on live on that camera right there. And the IRC room, here, I can give you a better picture than that if you want. But all I gotta do is type viewer mail on here. And they'll switch the camera to this automatically, the internet can do it. And they watch, and like an object you sent in, like if you sent in the rubber chicken, you get to see me open it, and I get to thank you, and it's real. It makes it real, and nobody does this. A big thing that we strive for here is transparency. That's why there's so many cameras. It's not just the YouTube videos. It isn't just stuff like that. It's like this set, we never use this set for YouTube videos. I think it's been in like 1 or 2 YouTube videos ever. This is used for that camera, and that's it. I spend a lot of my job asking people for things. This is my chance to thank people for things. And that's really important. And it's one of my favorite parts of my job. Because I'm going to come down here tomorrow and I have no idea what the hell's going to be in that box. And I have no control over it. It's an absolute surprise. It's different every day. And we've had days where I've sat there and opened $100,000 worth of stuff. And then we've had days where like we got one little envelope. Like today, we got one little envelope. I've had half a UPS truck stacked up filling the back half of that set. This is the equipment autopsy set. We have a whole series of videos called Equipment Autopsies. We're out of production on it right now. We'll be back in probably 3 weeks, I think. But when you were a kid, you ever like to take things apart to see how they work? Like Christmas, you get shiny new toys. By New Year's, you have a pile of parts. That's a big part of geek culture. It's a foundational thing for a lot of kids. So what we do is we take really weird things apart. And it's taking them apart, already knowing what's inside, already having a pretty good idea what to expect, and being able to cover what those things are, how they work together, what they do. It's the same thing though. It's like, let's just take shit apart. We've done this with, this was a water meter. Like the water meter in your basement. You live in Grand Rapids. You have this water meter in your basement. Inside the water meter in your house right now is this. And it's this really cool little pump. And it's neat. It's just neat. It's a little rotary vein pump. But it's so cool how, I had no idea that it was in there. I didn't know how a water meter worked. We took it apart. We figured it out. Made a great video. It's an actual honest-to-God autopsy table. There's one little tiny chunk of dead guy. We cleaned it all up, but we left one little tiny chunk of fat in there so that, you know, for street cred. And because it's a used autopsy table. We built the whole set just for it, which is why it's got like the tile. It's got like kind of a medical type theme. And yeah, and this also has an IRC screen. And the IRC is a huge part of what we do here. They're everywhere. It permeates all the. This is the main set, which right now we're not in production. We're going to be back in production here in a week or so. We're doing a lot of post right now. We tend to shoot a lot and then we edit a lot. Right now it just has my helicopter bullshit on it. I got a helicopter for Christmas, and now I have an addiction. I have a very serious helicopter thing, and it's this thing that I'm trying to learn, and I suck at it really bad. But it's
really difficult
fun.
for
Oh, it's hard as hell, but it's really fun. So I got a helicopter for Christmas, and now I have like 5 helicopters, and members are getting involved. Like we got a member, Casey. His dad is named Lavelle, and his dad saw that I was learning how to work on helicopters, and they're really hard to fix. Like, how do you hold this upside down? You can't set down. So he made me a stand for helicopters. He made this. He just saw it in a blog. He's this cool guy. He's like 50 years old. He's built like a fucking linebacker. The dude's just a bear on feet. Just this giant of a man. And he's the sweetest guy. He's wicked smart. He knows how to fix everything. I wish I could hire this guy. And Casey, his kid, is a member, and he's a rock star. He's a guy like you, where he came in, he wanted to build a thing. And he's like, I want to learn the CNC stuff. And he had a little bit of CNC stuff at home. He had some like hobby skill stuff. He came in here and just started kicking ass. And he couldn't afford to buy membership. But he's like, I'll tell you what, I can't afford to buy membership, but I can work my ass off and I can volunteer. And I'll buy all the tools I need. And any tools I buy, you guys can keep when I'm done. So we're like, okay, that's a cool deal. Yeah. And he's buying it. He would have actually spent a lot less money if he had just bought his damn membership. Because he's bought a lot of really expensive things. And he's like, yeah, I want to help out. And he gets it. He's one of us.
So how might you change this space if you could?
Oh, perfect world. I'd have a lighting grid. I'd put a floor in. Okay. I'd go up like, I don't know, half the height. It's 20 feet. So I'd go up 10 feet. I'd put a floor in and be able to use the space above it for editing suites. And just have a lighting grid here because I don't need the outlet. That space up there the desk could be in. People could be doing stuff. Right? Yeah, it was a racquetball court originally. The room is 20 by 20 by 40. Almost exactly.
Do you know that those chairs are from Boden?
What chairs? No, those chairs are Fox 17.
They're Equus.
Yeah?
They're custom jobs.
Yeah? Yeah. I could use a few of those. You know that Herman Miller is not a sponsor of Geeker? You know why?
Now you're getting me into trouble.
You know why Herman Miller is not a sponsor of Geeker? Because they don't know us yet. But they will be. If they want. And if they don't, it's okay too.
Storage.
Studio B. Audio recording studio. This is such an epic project, I haven't dared start it yet, because this is take a room, start filling 40-gallon lawn and leaf bags with $20 bills, and you just throw them in there. And when you fill the room with $20 bills, it instantly just magically becomes a recording studio. That's how you build a recording studio. It's kind of like how you build a boat. You just fill a hole in the water with money and you build a boat. Same thing. This room is going to be one of the most expensive to build. Realistically, I expect we'll invest probably $500,000 in that room.
What is it? Is it the equipment that's expensive or the installation?
Both. It's the infrastructure and building the walls. The walls in here are going to be like 6 layers thick. Like just this wall. Here's our imaginary wall right here.
For sound and vibration?
So, well, sound is vibration, but yeah, the wall here will be a 2x8 stud wall with staggered studs. So now you need twice as much wood. A normal wall, you have a stud every 16 inches. Okay, with this, you take a 2x12, and then every 16 inches from here to here, you have a 2x12 depth, right? You take a 2x8, which is a little bit shorter, and you put one every 16 inches going this way. And then you turn around and start at that end and put one every 16 inches. So it's 8 inches between boards, and you have a board and 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 a board. And they interleave, but the outer wall touches here, but the wall on this side touches here. So no board is a constant transmission line, okay? So you got your staggered studs. So now you've just spent a pile of money on wood. On that, and then you fill that with insulation. No wires cross through inside. That's a no-no. Then you have Z-channel, which is aluminum rolled channel, okay, that's shaped, my hand can't do the shape, but it looks like that, okay? This side hooks to the wall, this side hooks to the stud, this side hooks to the drywall, and it floats, it acts like a big spring, okay? And these go horizontally on like 12-inch centers or whatever. And then you hang a layer of 3/4 inch fireproof drywall. Okay? And all the sheets of drywall go vertically. And then you caulk all the seams. And then you hang another layer of drywall. No, not yet. Then you hang a layer of 1/4 inch mechanical rubber called sheet block, which is fucking expensive. You caulk all those seams, okay? And the rubber goes on as one continuous roll, like 4 or 5 feet wide. And then you just overlap it, or they butt up next to each other and you caulk the seams, okay? So it's airtight. Then you put another layer of drywall. But this layer of drywall can't be 3/4 inch thick, because the 3/4 inch thick layer of drywall resonates at a specific frequency. It actually has to be thinner. If you have 2 layers of 3/4 inch thick drywall, the same frequency will pass right through. It's a bandpass filter. If you have a layer of drywall that's 3/4 inches thick and a layer of drywall that's, say, 5/8, the 5/8 drywall will resonate at a higher frequency, and it will block the frequency that transmits through here. Okay?
Okay.
So now you do the next layer of drywall, and this layer of drywall, all the pieces go horizontally, and then you caulk all the seams, and it just builds, and it's layers and layers. And back in the day, they do it with like a layer of sheet lead, and if we were doing this on the ground floor, we would actually cut the concrete pad around the room and put in a layer of 1/2 inch mechanical rubber so that that floor would vibrate separately from this floor.
Sure.
And it's all
That's what I was asking. That's why.
For this room, the floor will actually float on mechanical rubber pucks. They're called U-boats. They cost about 50 cents a piece, and for this room, you'd need 1,000 of them. And they sit every 12 inches on the bottom of every joist, or maybe every 16 inches, but you just build rows of them, and the whole thing floats on mechanical rubber. And then you build the rooms on it. The rooms in here won't touch these walls. These walls will be thickened out with like 3 or 4 layers of stuff for soundproofing.
Yeah.
And then you'll build the isolation booths, which are their own room, which float. So it's a room inside a room, and all the walls have all these layers. But when it's done, you get to do some really amazing stuff. This is Studio A, which is the live room. It's got a beautiful new floor in it, just like Studio C. You probably didn't notice, but it's got a $20,000 brand new floor in it. And this room is another space where it's like, I wish I could cut it in half and have more rooms on top, because it's a huge waste of space. We put 100 people in there and do big live events. The Woodturners Guild and like Linux users groups and It's just if you have a group of guys that want to get together and talk about some esoteric thing, like if you have a giant knitting club, and right now you meet in the basement of the church and it kind of sucks, you could meet here and have this space and all the infrastructure associated with it.
How much is inside use? How much is outside use?
This is almost exclusively outside use. The main inside use in there is I'll do a big lecture or a talk or some kind of thing.
Is
like
there a
that.
fee to rent it?
No, if you're a nonprofit group and you want to meet here, let me know.
We're coming up on 20.
Well then stay
Interesting, but important way to explain a bandpass filter.
Yeah.
When I did experimental electronica, I played with giant modulars. My God, what I would do to get my hands on one of those again.
Big move modular synth?
Like
Yeah.
this. Yes.
We can do this. Totally down with that. You want to help build a recording studio? Because this room needs to be a recording studio. And that's how things get done here. It's like, hey, you want to help do this? Okay, well, I'll find a few other guys that want to do it, and we'll do it. This is going to be broadcast engineering. This is the current master control. It's all about to get moved. We're tearing this all down. It's going to go over to a different room. But this is our master control. This is where we broadcast our television stations from. There's 2 stations broadcasting out of here right now. Eventually, we'll probably be up to about 10 or 20 channels. Our only limiting factor is bandwidth. And that's limited only by funding. But everything you see is donated. It's all live on the air right now. They're watching Dookie do stuff. We can bring up any one of 160 different cameras here. Everything feeds up to the giant Venus system. It's controlled by the Saturn system, and it's badass. It's cool. So that's that.
What is this furniture? What is this?
Custom built, originally built for Channel 8. I'd love to build a new one, and we probably will for the new space. I doubt I'll recycle this for that because it's really cool, but its shape with the arc makes it just about useless. We got it for free. Somebody paid like $50,000 for that. We got it for free. I can't complain.
Who manages this?
Todd. Todd and
is-
Rocco. Todd Kirchner and Rocco Belosa. But that's all Todd and Rocco, and a little bit Bruce, but he'll never admit to it.
And what are their roles? Are they staff? Or are they volunteers?
Yeah, they're both. Rocco is staff. He's paid staff now. Todd has a real job out in the world. He volunteers here quite extensively. And he's awesome. His wife's awesome. His kid is evil. Yeah, that's Brian. That guy right there. That's
Brian.
the one that he did it. It's entirely him. All right, we'll go on to the next one. This will be a big Jacob's ladder eventually. It's a demo we've done. Cool. It's just been shelved for a while. It's one of those things that when I'm not putting up 50 different fires, I'll work on that.
Oh, this used to be a little running track, huh?
This used to be a little running track. 26 laps is a mile. But you'll pass out from the dizziness first. However, it's one hell of a place to race robots. So this is going to be the robotics lab. Right now, a lot of stuff is in here for storage from other spaces. But this is going to be the robotics lab. That's the plan. And all of these parts are here for you to use. That's the idea. You can come here. You can use this for furniture. If you want to make furniture, if you wanted to make a couch that would move and do the lowrider thing and all the ups and downs, it's been done. Doug DeHaven did it. Awesome guy. He's Batman for the Carnegie Science Center. He's a member. He's a really cool guy. He has a couch with hydraulics in it. Okay, and you could do that. You could use these hydraulics, and you only pay for the parts that you take. If you come here and build something, like you just want to play with your kid or with yourself and build stuff, and then when you're done, you take it apart and put the shelves back, you don't pay for those parts because you didn't use those parts. They're still on the shelf for the next guy to use. If you use a part, like, let's say you use this really nice air cylinder. Well, to buy this air cylinder, you're going to spend a couple $100 easy. But if I can get this air cylinder at Grand Rapids Industrial Surplus for $20, you pay 20 bucks. You replace the parts you take, and you pay those rates. You don't have to pay a couple $100
Who
for this.
keeps track of that? How do you keep track of
We have a massive inventory control system. It's part of Boxy. Boxy is our building computer system, building operational control system. And everything is inventoried through Boxy. And we have an inventory of every single thing in the building at any given moment. And oh dear God, is that a nightmare to sort out. This is the MDH. That's the CNC shop back there. That's Vehicular Sciences back there. General machine workshop in the middle. This is large-scale robotics over here. We have 5 robots out here, and then all the rest of the robots go down to the robotics lab.
So what do you do with that?
Jeff, what do you want to do? That's a KUKA KR350-1.
What can it do?
It can move very quickly, very precisely, and has a nominal working load of 350 kilograms. Beyond that, it's only limited to what can you program it to do. That is the only robot of that scale, that expense on Earth, where you can walk in the door, pay your 40 bucks, and sit down with a manual and start learning.
Wow.
How?
I said, wow.
Oh,
Did you ever smash anything with it? You want to?
we have, but it has a lot of software limits in it. It protects itself very rigorously. So we had this bright idea to make a video where we were going to smash it with it, and it was such a colossal fucking fail. But I put so much work into it that I'm like, just edit it into something and post it, and we caught a lot of flack over that. That was one of my more public fails. It was bad. It was scale. You want to see it move? Yeah. All right, here. See that green button right there? You have to yell clear robot. You have to yell it.
Clear robot.
Then you yell robot on.
Robot on.
Press the button. There you go. Now you can tell people that you've driven $1 million robot. It's just going to do a little yoga routine. This is robot yoga. We had it. It's our standard test program. Because if it'll do this, it'll do anything. But yeah, this took a lot of work. Because we had to get the robot. We had to get the base plate. That's almost exactly a ton of steel that it's sitting on. Exactly to a thousandth of an inch, a 1 meter square. And then it sits on this 15-foot base. The floor you're standing on is 3 inches thick. The floor I'm standing on is about 2.5 feet thick. This is a 67,500-pound concrete monolithic block. And you can see the big bolts that hold down the base plate. And that holds Jeff in position. Now here's the robot. The robot's moving. Right now, the robot's moving. I can prove it. There's the axis. The robot is moving at this moment.
So it's active.
Degrees, 1 point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's thousands. It's a tenth of a thousand. It's a hundredth of a thousand. It's a million. Okay. So, I don't know if it's actually that accurate, but that's what the fucking numbers say. But this robot is on and moving right now. And you can see that it doesn't deflect. I weigh, give or take, 60 kilos. A little bit over that, but about 60 kilograms. All right. That's rated 350. But just obviously, yeah. That's 1% of its rated speed. It really is moving. We're going to put that seat with a 5-point harness on the end of there to make a robo coaster. That's the next one. But you can come here, and there are books right here. That's where it begins. The KUKA Bible, Volume 1, Configuration. There's 3 volumes in the Cougar Bible. Those 3 books will teach you everything there is to know about how to make this do anything you can possibly come up with. So that's Jeff. That's Jeff's little sister, Heather, over there, which is a pair of 125. Same exact thing as Stone. And this is Larry, Curly, and Mo. Camera pedestal remote control robots. So you can use that system there to drive these around, and they do pan, tilt, and they ride on nitrogen. There's 3 wheels, and each wheel under each corner can be turned independently. They can drive around. They're very, very smooth. They're pretty badass. We played with them when we first got them, and they've been sitting here waiting. A lot of things like projects like this are just waiting for us to get the lab done and open to the public. We got a million really awesome projects like this. We just have to sit and wait for them. No, it's fine. They can do that for 20 years. And I know that the program is safe and it can't come down and hurt anyone. At 1% speed, it would be pretty hard for us to hurt it. Vehicular sciences back here. The electric truck project that holds the world record. This was done entirely by a 15-year-old boy. The youngest person to ever do a full electric conversion of a production vehicle. Yeah, that is the world record. This will hold the world record. We're doing a full electric conversion on this, and this is going to be the fastest street legal. So, yeah, I was donated. I asked a very nice gentleman very politely. He said, "You're nuts, go ahead." He also made a very large amount of money in the transaction. He donated a $40,000 car without the engine. He sold the engine for a lot, and then got a tax write-off on a $40,000 car. So, he won hard. Plus, that car will live on long after he went. He gets to leave a legacy, and that's a lot of work. CNC. There's one in the room.
If I were to look around right now, who would show me how to use it?
Well, Mike at the moment. Hi, Mike. Mike is a very talented, very competent machinist, and if you have any questions about how to do anything on these machines, he won't give you the answer, but he'll show you how to find the answer. It's not his job to make your part. It's his job to make sure you don't kill the machine or hurt yourself. It's your job to learn how to use the machine.
I want to get into the first one.
Yeah, he'll help you. He'll facilitate that, but he won't do the work for you.
Cool.
And Pepper will bite you if he tries. Vicious attack dog.
Tables around, drill presses.
Oh, this is a tiny little bit bandsaw. Bandsaw, chop saw, cold saw, routers, everything.
What's that battle station back there?
Oh, that's vehicular sciences. That's Doogie's computer. That's his office. Hey, Dad, can we move those panels? Hey, Batman! Come here a minute. This is the Bolt Depot. It is our private hardware store.
Stocked by
BoltDepot.com. Matt Thomas and the awesome people at BoltDepot.com. Duh.
Yes, dear.
This is Andrew Harwood, known colloquially as Batman. Batman, this gentleman would like a tour of the tool room in space.
Okay.
What we got over here is our basic, like, happy or everyday use kind of tools, like first aid, and
Everyday
safety
use.
glasses, masks, and everything. Everyone nicks themselves every now and then. But anyway, and Phillips screwdrivers, flat blade screwdrivers. It goes tape measures, pliers, and zip ties, and the list keeps going on. Like these two drawers right here are my socket set.
Wow.
And it just goes down like that, and we have a filing drawer of files. And it just, all sorts of cool stuff.
Who regulates access to this?
I do.
Okay.
And soon Boxy will, like, you know, you walk in, you card swipe, and be like, you have access, or you don't have access, go get help, kind of thing. And, you know.
If you come in and you need a pile of tools, the way it'll work is you swipe your card, you check out a tool bag. That tool bag has a number. That number is assigned to you. Then you check out whatever tools you need. Those tools are assigned to that bag. So now we know you have number 7 3/8" socket wrench. And at the end of the day, you bring your stuff back, you check it in, Batman checks you in, you're cool.
Cool.
So yeah, and there are more tools in stock in this building right now than there are at Home Depot up the street. It's this room, and they're packed tight, and then there's that room, and there's tools in other rooms, and like the wood shop has a bunch of tools in it.
Is there anywhere to weld here? Oh,
Yeah,
this is
there.
an interesting
Really?
thing to have around.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what he's impressed by, the cheap
glass.
suction cup.
You use it for more than glass. You can use this for all kinds of stuff. Doesn't it?
As long as it's a clean, flat
Yeah,
surface.
if it's clean and flat and non-porous, you're cool. MDF, sometimes. MDF is a lot more porous than you think. But yeah, it's glass, plastic. I mean, these are giant these are way cooler than that. These are giant magnets.
With 800-pound limits each on
Yeah.
flat. And
You take that thing, stick it to the side of that file cabinet, and flip the lever. You can't pull it off.
Winch it up.
Yeah, you'll pick up the file cabinet before you pull that off the side of it.
Is there any welding equipment?
Yeah, there's a giant ass welder out there. We've got a stick welder. We got a MIG welder. Yeah,
Cool.
this is the Geek Group's woodworking shop. Which is completely screwed up from the fire, but now it's clean. We just got to put everything back together.
Was lockers at one point? Lockers?
Yeah, this was the men's locker room back in the day. Aaron, give him a tour of what you're doing.
Okay, this guy Rick was here the other day, and he came up with this idea. Aluminum shot glasses, just blank off the shelf.
Some of them are titanium, some are brass, but yeah.
Yeah, and just engrave custom logos on them. And sell them to wherever, you know, cousins or wherever, for a profit, whatever. And then we can do the engraving.
Cool. The engraving's done with the laser engraver over there. What are you using to hold the glasses?
And just resting them on a hunk of foam.
Okay.
Just because.
I was just wondering, because you gotta hold them at an angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one took a little fittering, but I
Okay.
just found a little hunk of foam stuck in there.
This is our laser engraver. We had to move it up here because it was too cold down in 3D printing to use it. And then there's tons and tons and tons of tools. This is that credenza I was telling you about the guys making.
Oh wow.
That was made entirely here.
Which is pretty cool.
Yes.
And that's
Cool kid. I don't know his name. I might have said 20 words to the guy. I just haven't really talked to him much. Huh?
Book matched top.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
He's good. And that's a typical member. I mean, he comes here, he does his thing, it's cool. That's the paint room through there. It's the old shop. So let's head on down and I'll show you the computer lab.
Did you laser cutting?
Yeah, that one you just saw out there.
Okay. So you can go from engraving.
Yeah, you can cut.
Same machine.
Yeah, same. This is the computer lab down here. It is an active workshop for hardware and software. This isn't a computer lab like most people are used to, where it's just a room full of computers that you sit at and do things. This is a room full of computers that you open up and build things. We do a lot of, we also do like computer repair, stuff like that, just neighborhood break and fix shop. Straight ahead is classroom 2. It's just a classroom. It's a storage room at the moment. But yeah, classroom 2. This is the electronics lab here.
Does inventory tag location of objects, items, and stuff?
What do you mean?
So how might you know what's in that storage room?
It's inventoried, it's in the system, but Bruce knows what's in that room. Bruce is in charge of the electronics lab. This is his domain. This is almost open to the public, but not quite. Probably into March. This will go public. It's very nearly done, but there's still no heat down here, so it's going to be March. This is rapid prototyping. And we have half a dozen Affinia H-Class rapid prototyping machines. We're about to add another machine as well. We have a very large scale, it's a $34,000 3D printer. It'll be here next week. So we've got that. And then there's the board mill here. And
nice.
the laser cutter usually sits there. That's a CNC circuit board mill.
Yeah, those are not.
And then a small CNC machine, and then there's this manual lathe mill down here. That's about to get set up. This room's still coming together. A lot of stuff was very nearly done. We were open to the public for 1 day, and then we had the fire.
Ooh.
And that sucked.
When did you open to the public?
January 1st. We opened to the public January 1st. And we weren't polished yet, but it was like, okay, the building's legal, we're safe, we're good. And then we got a fire the second day, which really sucked. That's going to be the chemistry lab eventually.
So what were you before you opened this building?
What do you mean?
What was the geek group before?
Same thing it is now, it's just it was members only back then, now we're opening to the public.
I see what you mean.
It's still a membership organization, but up until before that, it was if you weren't a member, you don't come in the door. Now it's anybody can come, anybody can be a member. This is the archives. This is technology archives. Everything in this room works. You can play with it. It's not a museum. It's an archive. If you want to come and play games on an Atari with your buddies and hang out, you can.
All those records back there.
All the records. There's every type of media in archive. I mean, I don't know everything that we have. But we've got like, Magic and 8-inch floppies.
Oh my God, SimCity 2000.
Yeah.
Riven.
We have every single episode of Star Trek, the original series, on beta.
That's perfect.
Because we're nerds. But yeah, it's a massive archive. We even have capacitive laser discs. And those are pretty hard to find. This is the laser lab, which is why it's very, very dark and all the walls are painted black. God knows how much soot is on everything. But this is the laser lab. That's our laser table. That is the flattest damn table you've ever seen. And we have a full complement of lasers, both gas tube, helium neon, CO2, neodymium YAG, argon ion, DPSS. We've got several solid state lasers, just all kinds of stuff.
What's some of the work that's been done down here?
Right now they're retrofitting a sky scan system. That's that $80,000 box right there. Not a lot's being done down here at the moment. We just finished getting power installed down here. They're still building this room. They got to put the safety cage in yet. But most of it's still in the setup stage. But the active project down here is getting the SkyScan system working. It's a thing where we'll be able to have a high-powered laser down here feeding a pair of fiber optic lines, and that'll sit up in the MDH, and we'll be able to do laser light shows. It's going to be badass.
Cool.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Nah, I'm an electrical guy. We do our best work in the dark. That's surplus in there, which is just a room full of junk computers. And then we go up here. Offices through there, administrative offices. There is one bit of nerd porn to see in there. We have a $40,000 printer. You can see it right there. That's it. The computer with the big computer screen on it, the big printer. Yeah, we use that a lot.
MFD?
I have absolutely no idea.
Multifunction device.
I have absolutely no idea. Oh yeah, it does more than print.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is knock one. There's 3 of these throughout the building. All the cameras feed to these, and then they feed up to the central systems. We have a massive Blue Cherry system. We have the largest installation of Blue Cherry on Earth. 160 cameras feed into our security system, which doubles as the broadcast system. All the broadcast cameras that you see everywhere are the security system. So that feeds into this, which feeds into Boxy, and it all ties in together. It's also the warmest room in the building. It's quite nice in there, actually. It might be almost 65 degrees in there. And then there's this. This is the cafe kitchen here. And then my paint. It's down to 52. Big fire. This is the high voltage lab. Tomorrow we're going to take the last remaining flagship project out of here, Thumper, right there. And we're going to completely tear it down and try and save it. We have no idea how bad it's damaged yet.
What was Thumper, or what is Thumper?
Impulse generator, 80,000 amps at 1,800 volts. 144 megawatt energy impulse, fucking big boom. We use it for a lot of demonstrations, we use it for a lot of the shock and awe science side of stuff, and several people have used it for various forms of research and product testing and development and stuff like that. One guy used it for a bunch of RF research. He needed EMP impulses. He was using it as an EMP generator. So, yeah. Cool. This is where our big Tesla coils work. They're dead now.
What happened?
A loose bolt. The spark gap ate itself. The spark gap lit the MMC on fire. The MMC burned really, really hot. It was about 1,000 degrees because it was made of polypropylene. And it was a very big, open, airy type structure. 2 cubic meters of polypropylene went up at over 1,000 degrees, and that was all contained in that little room back there. And the fireproof room did its job. It contained the fire. It did not contain the soot. There was a welding screen that hung right there where the door is, a big red welding screen. And that was fire resistant, but not fire retardant.
Yeah.
And once it got going, it filled the whole building with thick black soot. The walls in here are white. Every surface in this room was white except the floor, because it all had primer paint done. We painted the ceiling and the walls white, and now it's flat black. It's as dark as a laser lamp.
Well, think about it this way, now you get to teach a whole bunch of people how to use power washers.
Oh, big pressure washing party starts within a week. I'm waiting on a couple parts to get here.
Cool.
I like it. So, sir, that's the lab.
Cool.
Any other questions?
What do you use the kitchen for?
There's going to be a cafe, and this will be the cafe kitchen.
Cool.
The lobby area is going to be a basic cafe. The idea is that people will be able to come here 24/7, and people got to eat. And then there's the boardroom up here where we begin.
Great. That's pretty much it for me.
Okay. This is our super secret boardroom, where, as you've seen, we are never disturbed during important meetings. So what else you want to? Anything you want.
Honestly?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of a good question, but I got to ask most of them already. It's great to just tour the building and be able to ask questions as we go. Next generation or Voyager? Next generation or original series?
Next generation.
Okay.
I like the original series movies, but not the TV show. I'm weird like that. Most people are the other way. But I like the movies. I love the original Star Trek movies. But the campy, it's like the original Batman TV show. I can't watch it. Just not my thing. And I know this is heresy, especially coming from the president of the geek group. Fucking hate Star Wars. I always have, ever since I was a kid. I fucking hate Star Wars. I know, and I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of hate mail off the internet on that one, but I'm a Star Trek guy. I'm not like a rabid freak show fan, but I like Star Trek. I like Sherlock, too. I hate Doctor Who. Just not my scene.
Maybe it's a drummer thing.
I don't know. I'll ask. If you're a drummer, let me know. Are you Doctor Who or Sherlock? Star Wars versus Star Trek? What's your... But drummers only, please. If you can't keep a beat, you don't matter.
Because I'm the same way. Star Trek, Sherlock, Doctor Who, Star Wars.
I don't hate Doctor Who. I hate Star Wars. I actively will avoid it. Doctor Who I don't even own a television, so I'm really not one to talk. But like if I'm hanging out with my friends and they're watching Doctor Who, I won't be like, oh God, turn it off. If they're watching Star Trek or Star Wars, I'll go in the other room.
I have 2 more questions. So,
Okay.
a lot of Apple chargers or things that look like
We get some of the weirdest shit.
it's like
and
like,
we-
hot- like
every
there's a
computer
Christmas tree
system.
made out of them.
Yeah. Well, what the hell else are you gonna do with them? But we get all kinds of stuff. That stuff came in today. Tons of random stuff. That TV showed up one day.
I mean, that's a lot of Thunderbolts.
Yep.
It's a lot of 4K that you need.
I need somebody to donate a bunch of 4K monitors.
Yeah. And what was the last thing you built? I mean, besides working on this building as a whole.
Last Geek Group thing I built or last thing I built?
Whichever one was more significant to you.
What was my last project? I haven't got to work on a personal project in a while.
Understandable.
The only personal stuff I'm doing, like that isn't directly work related, is like I've got a helicopter hobby. That's it. If I'm not here, I'm sleeping. I mean, it's really that simple. If I'm awake, I'm here. The Captain's Command Console. That's my ongoing large. I'm about to do a complete tear down and overhaul of that.
Where is that? Did I see that?
It's in my private office. No, you didn't see it. You want it?
Sure.
All right. We got to get off camera though, because that room's a super secret room. Nobody knows it exists. Really. I do live shows from there twice a day, but it's a running joke that it's apparently a secret room or some bullshit. But yeah, I can show you.
Cool.
All right, cool. But not you, because it's a secret.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing to my car?
Playing with the new bore scope we got, thanks to Matt from BoltDepot.com.
That's pretty tight. Can I see?
See the resonator?
Oh wow.
You guys need to get.
See the holes?
We need Google to donate glass. That needs to happen.
Google Glass?
Yeah. Have you ever seen there's a video?
Only if they make a safety goggle version of it.
That's a
Are you
good
having
idea.
fun?
Yeah.
Say
Huh?
We already done that.
No, just swallow. 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 You'll be fine.
We already stuck it in my ear. And you want to see?
Hair and redness.
Oh, that's sexy.
Yummy.
Hang on. You know it's worse than that.
What do we see in here? I think you see nothing. It's got shit for macro.
Is it focused on?
That would be.
What is that? You don't have no tonsils?
That's your soft palate.
Oh. It's hard to see.
Yeah, it's got shit for macro.
Oh, okay. Well, here. If you need a bigger object. That's tight.
You have polyps.
I have polyps. We stuck it through the BMW.
Oh, through the engine?
Yeah,
Yeah, we're
kind
gonna
of
do it.
different
We're gonna do an
spots.
autopsy on that engine. It's
Maybe.
gonna be cool.
If Liz ever lets us.
You gotta be nice to her. You gotta ask her.
I am nice to her.
You gotta be really nice to her. You gotta give her chocolate or something. You can stick it up the dog's ass. Hey, Omni. Can we stick a probe up your butt? Dog!
For steering, it's a little weird.
Oh, it's upside down there? There's
Like
gotta
upside
be.
down and sideways. And this is a specific keyed plug. I can't just twist the
Can
tube
you
and call
rotate the
it.
head on the engine?
No, I can't.
Here, let me see it. You take that camera.
Oh, but Chris, I was saying, I want to make a chair that's perfect for one person and then have a bunch of other people sit in it. It's
Okay.
a really crazy experience.
Okay.
It is currently recording right now.
That's why it won't let me change any settings.
Okay,
How do I
press
stop
OK.
recording?
OK
Press
is the
OK.
record button.
All right.
And also.
That's weird.
You find you're so much more high def than that one is.
Yeah, you're gonna have to figure out how to tweak them. Maybe via USB. You can change settings, or it's a software thing. I don't know.
I'm not expecting a whole lot out of it. It's not the most
It's not like one of the $1,200 ones. It's like the $100 one.
You know, there's an easy way to fix this.
Huh.
Hold it like this.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Wow, that was hard to figure out. Just hold it upside down.
But is it only upside down? Because it felt like sideways was going the wrong way too. No,
So what would you have to do to... Why is there so much sand in it?
huh? Some idiot dumped a box of something on it.
It's like aliens.
I'm video blogging your video. Whoa. We're getting a weird reflection
That's
from
really
the LED.
Weird, yeah.
E.T.
There.
Now it's upright.
Now it's right side up.
Oh,
You
yeah.
just gotta give the cable a little twist.
All right.
Here and there.
You can have your camera.
All right.
And we have Omni right here, so.
Omni, do you need a colonoscopy? Come here, Pop.
Everybody wants to stick things up the dog's butt. Dog butt!
Batman's fixing his hair. Damn it.
Hey, Chris. Your interview is on Hackaday. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was expecting. Do I want to kill myself yet? Scroll up, let me see it.
I'm recording right now.
Alright.
You should leave the first comment and be like, yeah,
That's the top. That's the bottom. I don't know where my bolts are at. What level are my bolts on? Now translucent. Man, it makes bolts disappear. It's weird.
Start tossing the cardboard in, and we'll use the printers to weigh it
There we
down.
go.
Blow everywhere.
Now you can see it all.
Come on.
Hello.
Your turn to vlog today?
Yep. It's a silent movie.
Hey, could you send me a Mastercam file?
Sure, which one?
Something that you've been working on that has lots of stuff on it, lots of tool paths.
Okie doke.
I need a picture of Mastercam doing something, and it just needs,
Oh, sorry.
it just needs to be impressive looking.
Alright, something impressive.
Something that a person who doesn't know anything about CAD would look at and just go, whoa, that's a lot.
This one would be awesome because it'll be.
This is a frame thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
But it doesn't have any tool paths yet. It's all. This is just a messy file. I'm making all the solids, and then I'm just going to export all the solids and import them into another file, and then.
Well, send me what you've got. I can work with that.
Okay, dope. Do you want to see what I've done?
I have to go do something, but when I get back, I'd love to see.
Okay, doke.
And when I get back, I also want to see if I can get you and Brian together, and we're going to talk about stuff for the trip.
Okay, Brian's not here yet.
He should be here soon.
Okay, dope. You want to take a piss? It's cold as fuck out there. Sniff each other's butt. Are you cold enough yet? You usually don't like to stay out here long. I got a jumper box. It's usually like, yeah. It's in the back behind my seat of my pickup truck. You may go snag it and see if it still works. It's been behind there for 8 months. What you doing?
Change the radiator.
Oh.
Yeah. Snag it and see if we'll see if it's charged.
Okay, dope. The wind's blowing the snow around.
Jesus, it's cold. Got me scared like a little girl.
Contract your scrot out in that weather. Yep. Oh, cool.
It's not for you, it's for Mike.
Okay, dope.
That's for your clothes and stuff.
Tim 4, I'll take it home. My turn.
I'm taking 5 minutes to fly a helicopter for the first time today. I tried to fly in the morning before I start work, but I didn't get a chance today. The air current in here is so vicious.
The wind's blowing good outside, lots of snow. Uh-oh.
Fuck! Batman! My iron fist of ruling says we must remove all of the aerial obstructions in this room. All of them! They must go! So decrees my iron fist of ruling.
Bullshit.
Where the hell's the helicopter?
Right there.
Oh.
If you keep saying that, I'm going to make you an iron fist t-shirt.
I may need to actually get out the milling machine and whatnot and make an iron fist.
Well, you know those like Hulk foam hands, make them out of iron.
Totally.
So you can slip your hand into
Dude,
it.
you put the multi-axis on there, I'll make you an iron fist.
Yeah?
Is that full 5 axes?
4.
That's it?
Not hard.
An iron fist with a little trigger, so the middle finger.
There you go. Yeah. Eagle 5, bro. Eagle 5.
You're introducing a level of danger in my life. I'm just not comfortable with that.
So, I've been watching the videos of the hardcore 3D guys. The 3D guys, like the video I sent you this morning, with the dude with the helicopter making that amazing sound.
Yeah.
That's called 3D flight. These guys are just freaks. They're insanely good.
We'll make a shelf that's just
And
full of helmets. So
I watched
no
the news report, and by the way, the guy, the New York news reporter is the most terrifying news reporter I've ever seen. He is so epitome of news reporters, like it just made me want to puke in my mouth a little.
You saying this is the guy who doesn't know how to talk on a
It's the
teleprompter?
guy who all he is that guy. He is a Harry Pepper, and it was really terrifying. But I watched the news report of the dude, and it wasn't that he killed himself doing 3D aerobatic flight with a giant helicopter. It was like a 700 or 800 class. The thing that struck me as news was that he's only the second person to kill himself doing that.
Was this the guy in New York?
Yeah, because I watch these guys and they're flinging these 2-foot rotor blades. Fuck, that's huge
When you
balls.
sent that to me,
It's terrifying to see that.
I thought I was going to watch someone kill themselves.
No, the level of precision and control that these guys have is just outrageous. But yeah, if you screw up, it's flying so close to you that I can totally see how
So basically, if you get into a serious toy helicopter, the risk is the same as flying a real helicopter?
I don't think you stand a chance of killing 20 people if it crashes, but you could seriously, I mean, even this little thing here, if you hit yourself with this, it's not that big a deal. You know you hit yourself, but you're not going to die from it.
I guess it would depend on where you hit yourself.
Yeah, but some of the bigger ones, you get into like the 400 class, I mean, it's basically a flying lawnmower.
That's why I saw that old gif of flying lawnmower.
I think I got to see one of the big ones once. A dude put it in the middle of a lake on accident.
I realize the day when I'm working in here and that hits my head and smash you.
If I ever hit your head with the helicopter, you're allowed to smash it on the floor, but only if I manage a headshot.
I really want to put like streamers on the bottom of that.
If you put streamers on the bottom of it, you'll probably pull it out of the air. Right.
I know, but it would be really cool to watch the airflow. That was intentional?
A little bit. I want to see what happens if I hit it. Just check it. Like, I know what happens if I hit hard.
Oh, you dusted off the Canadian flag.
So that's how we claim the flags. Cool.
Now, if I get really good with like the 700 class, I learn how to do inverted hovers and I can mow the lawn. It's really cool. You get up around there. It just throws you out.
Well, I would think you'd be able to sit just right underneath.
You can. You can sit right under. Well, I don't know. Let me try.
Getting right up under the.
Let me give it a shot.
You had a moment of the fear back there.
Oh shit.
Nope.
Oh, I saw it.
Batman?
Yeah, some
That
chunks.
was a stupid ass idea. That was the battery flying out.
Oh.
That happens a lot. It's a safety system. Yeah, the battery's over here. That's a safety system. Automatic battery ejection.
Anything else, Brent?
No. Well, I don't know yet.
There's a little helicopter-shaped dent in the hood of his car now.
Everything looks all right. Let's give it a flight check with a fresh battery. Check it.
Has the hose come yet for the brush wash?
No! I'm waiting for it.
I don't have an ETA.
Okay.
It's Home Depot. It arrives
Right.
when they say hello.
Helicopter flies. See, I like this two battery system. My goal is to fly 3 times a day so I can learn how to do this well. Yesterday, I'm alright. It's good, man. It's good. I can drive.
Totally good.
Here, high speed pirouettes.
I look like a manly man who flies helicopters knowing the word pirouette means.
That's a pirouette.
See, what we want to do is incorporate when you get your model trains going. Helicopter trains.
I'd need a pretty big room for that.
I don't know if I'm missing it or not.
Hey, you do have a nice hollow house right now.
That was the wrong stick. I really got to develop some hand-eye coordination.
I'm gonna get you like a PS3 or something.
I never got into video games. My problem is with the ceiling in here, I'm really limited for height. Stay out of those cables.
You get stuck in the roof part, I'm not getting you out.
Oh God, that would suck so bad.
Cutting the cable.
Ah! What the hell?
The roof part.
What was that?
That was physics laughing at you.
Right, air currents.
I didn't hit anything. I don't see anything to hit here.
You didn't hit the bowling ball cable, did you?
No, I was waiting for the bowling ball cables. Batteries. Alright. Really?
What did I do with that bag? I think I already lost the bag. There we go. Ah, fuck. Better close the door. Going to McDonald's. There's Pepper. I don't have enough go power. Oops. Got a slow start. After this guy, should be good. Okay. Alright. Now we're recording. I'm gonna go this way. Oops. See if I can get stuck. Oh la 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 la. It snows, they shovel it into piles, and then it snows again. That didn't all happen at once. Excuse me. comes a car. I think I can beat him. And I did. Should have showed you I'm coming. Should have showed you. Double rock. No cars coming. Close me. Look, there's one car coming. Yeah. Ooh, shit. Way to go. Left turn. They got the stop signs. Oh, we're out of batteries.